You went to the store for one thing. You came back with 7. You opened an app to check the time. You bought something before you closed it. You saw an ad once. Then again. And on the 4th time, you clicked. And you told yourself it was your decision. It wasn't. Every purchase you make that you didn't plan was planned by someone else. For you. Specifically, this is not about willpower. This is not about being weak. This is about a system that has been studying human psychology for over a century and getting better at it every single year. The global advertising industry is worth over $900 billion. $900 billion. Every dollar of that money exists for one reason: to make you buy things you were not going to buy. That's the entire business. And it works every single day on almost every single person, including you, including me. Let's start from the beginning. In the early 1900s, advertising was simple. A product existed. A company told you about it. You decided if you needed it. That was the entire model. But then something changed. A man named Edward Bernays decided that selling to people's needs was too limiting. There weren't enough needs. So he invented a new approach. Sell to desires. Sell to fears. Sell to identity. Edward Bernays was Sigmund Freud's nephew. He took his uncle's theories about the unconscious mind and turned them into a marketing strategy. He understood that people don't buy products. They buy feelings. They buy versions of themselves. They buy what they want to become, not what they are. His first major experiment was in 1929. Women didn't smoke cigarettes in public at the time. It was considered inappropriate. The tobacco industry wanted to change that. So Bernays hired women to march in the New York Easter Parade, smoking cigarettes. He called them torches of freedom. He framed smoking as a symbol of female independence, of equality, of power. Sales to women doubled within a year. He didn't sell cigarettes. He sold an identity. And that changed advertising forever. Because once you understand that people buy identity, everything shifts. You don't sell a car. You sell success. You don't sell perfume. You sell attraction. You don't sell a phone. You sell status. The product is almost irrelevant. The feeling it represents is everything. Now let's talk about how this works today. Because what Bernays did manually in 1929 is now done automatically, at scale, with data you never agreed to share. Every time you search something online, every time you click on a product, every time you pause on an image for more than 2 seconds, that information is collected, built into a profile, and used to show you exactly the right product, at exactly the right moment, in exactly the right way. Amazon knows you're likely to buy something before you know you want it. Their system predicts purchases up to 3 weeks in advance, based on your browsing patterns, your search history, the time of day you shop, even the weather in your city. They call it anticipatory shipping. They sometimes begin moving products toward your location before you place the order, because they already know you will. That is not convenience. That is control. Now let's talk about something called manufactured scarcity. You've seen it. Only 3 left in stock. This offer expires in 10 minutes. 47 people are looking at this right now. None of these things are necessarily true. They are psychological triggers, designed to activate one of the most powerful emotions in human psychology: fear of missing out. Your brain is wired to respond to scarcity. For thousands of years, if something was running out, you needed to act fast. Food, water, shelter. Scarcity meant danger. And your brain still responds the same way, even when the scarcity is fake. Even when the countdown timer resets every time you refresh the page. Even when only 3 left has said only 3 left for 6 months. Your brain doesn't know the difference. It just feels the urgency, and it acts on it. Now let's talk about pricing psychology. A product costs $99, not $100. Why? You already know the answer. $99 feels significantly cheaper than $100, even though the difference is $1. Your brain processes the leftmost digit first. $99 starts with 9. $100 starts with 1. Different category entirely. This is called charm pricing, and it has been proven to increase sales by up to 24% from a $1 difference. But it goes deeper than that. When a product is placed next to a more expensive version of itself, it suddenly seems like a bargain. A $50 wine next to a $200 wine sells more than a $50 wine on its own. The $200 wine doesn't need to sell. It just needs to exist to make the $50 wine feel reasonable. This is called the anchor effect, and it's in every store, every website, every pricing page you've ever seen. Now let's talk about the store itself. Because the physical layout of a supermarket is one of the most carefully engineered psychological environments ever created. The essentials, milk, eggs, bread, are always at the back. Always. You have to walk through the entire store to reach them. Past the new products, past the promotions, past the things you didn't come for. That walk is not accidental. It was designed by behavioral scientists who studied exactly how people move through a space and where they are most likely to make an unplanned purchase. Eye-level shelves cost brands more money because eye-level is by level. The products you see first are the products companies paid the most to place there. The end of every aisle, called an end cap, costs brands a premium because shoppers automatically assume end cap products are on sale, even when they're not. The background music in stores is calibrated. Slower music makes people walk slower. Walk slower. Spend more time. Spend more time. Spend more money. Studies show that slow background music increases sales by up to 38%. 38%. For music, the temperature, the lighting, the smell. Bakeries pump the scent of fresh bread through ventilation systems, even when nothing is baking, because the smell of fresh bread makes people hungry. Hungry people buy more food. All of it engineered. All of it invisible. All of it working on you right now. Now let's talk about social proof. 4.8 stars. 12,000 reviews. That number changes your behavior significantly. Even if you don't read a single review, the number alone creates trust. Because humans are social animals, we look to others to know what is safe, good, valuable. If 12,000 people bought it, it must be worth buying. That instinct kept humans alive for thousands of years. In a tribe, following the group was usually the right decision. Today, it sells products, and companies know this, which is why fake reviews are a billion-dollar industry, which is why influencer marketing exists, which is why as seen on TV still works. Not because TV validates quality, but because social proof, real or manufactured, is one of the most powerful purchase triggers in human psychology. Now let's talk about subscriptions. This is the newest and most effective system ever invented for making you spend money you didn't plan to spend. A subscription is not sold as a purchase. It's sold as a small, reasonable monthly amount. $9.99 a month. Sounds like nothing, until you add up how many subscriptions you have. Streaming, music, apps, gym, meal kits, news, software. The average person in 2024 pays for 12 subscriptions and underestimates how much they spend on them by 80%. 80%. They think they spend $50 a month on subscriptions. They actually spend $219. Because subscriptions are designed to be forgotten. The payment is small enough to ignore. The cancellation process is difficult enough to avoid. And the service is just useful enough to justify keeping. Until the next billing cycle. And the next. And the next. Now let's be fair. Advertising and marketing are not inherently evil. They connect people with products that genuinely improve their lives. They fund free content, including videos like this one. They support businesses that employ millions of people. And consumer choice is real. Nobody forces you to buy anything. The controversy is not that marketing exists. The controversy is that it has evolved so far beyond informing you about a product that it now operates on psychological vulnerabilities you didn't know you had, using data you didn't know was collected, in ways you cannot see or opt out of. And the people building these systems are not random. They are neuroscientists, behavioral economists, psychologists, the smartest people in the world, hired specifically to find the gaps in your decision-making and exploit them. But awareness is changing. In 2023, the European Union introduced the Digital Markets Act, forcing major tech companies to limit certain forms of behavioral targeting. Several countries have banned fake reviews and undisclosed influencer advertising. Consumer awareness of dark patterns, the design tricks used to manipulate purchases, is growing. And younger generations are increasingly skeptical of advertising in ways that previous generations were not. The system is powerful, but it is not invisible anymore. Here's what I want you to take from this. The next time you buy something you didn't plan to, don't blame yourself. Understand the system that produced that decision. The manufactured scarcity, the anchor pricing, the social proof, the behavioral targeting, the carefully engineered environment. None of it is accidental. All of it was designed for you, specifically. And the most powerful thing you can do is simply know that it's happening, because you cannot fight a system you cannot see. But once you see it, you start making different decisions. Not perfect decisions, just more conscious ones. And that is exactly what they don't want. That's it for today. If you made it this far, thank you. Seriously, this channel exists to expose the systems that shape your behavior without your knowledge. Real stories, real numbers, real consequences. Voiceover powered by Redacast. AI voiceovers for faceless creators. Link in description. Drop a comment. Tell me which system you want exposed next. Because once you start seeing how these machines work, everything looks different. I'll see you in the next one.